Right. Yo,
Yo, how's it going?
good you?
Good, good. Wait, your room looks different. Did you move your things?
Yeah, I
Thing?
changed my setup a little bit. I was gonna ask, can you hear me better?
I can't really tell, but maybe on like the recording we'll be able to tell.
I don't know. I have an expensive microphone here. This is so hopefully it works.
Mine is sitting here too, but it's not plugged in.
And I moved the light over here so
Oh
that
yeah.
you can see my face a little bit better. So I'm a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah,
more.
the light's better.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
be cinematic for my students.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
How'd that
yeah.
go? How you did what, 1 week online?
Yeah, I will say this. I will say this about online learning. It it's a new challenge that I
Hmm.
think if you're open to it, it's okay. But
Okay.
like I think what was the biggest problem with going online was that it was thrust upon us, that it was like you have to do this, right? It's
And like overnight.
yeah, and basically overnight. Well, we kind of knew, but like it's not fair to
Hmm.
give us, you know, not give us even a day to prepare, because it's our break, right? Like that's our
Yeah.
holiday. We're not technically paid for that time. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it was okay. How about you?
Yeah, we were online. First week is always, university, it's always pretty simple. You kind of go over the course outline.
Yeah.
I introduced like a new course outline to students, never
Okay.
been taught before.
Okay.
And what I'm learning very quickly is that students are very good at finding gaps
Yes.
in things. And
Yes.
so it was like very quickly like, well, the course syllabus says that the presenters are going to be in the class with us. And I was like, yes, but because of time zone differences and stuff, I chose to pre-record the lectures. And they're
Yeah.
like, okay, but it says this. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're putting down, but that's not the way it's going to happen.
It's
So,
funny.
but yeah, they're definitely good at finding the holes in things.
Yeah. It's funny how we do that as people, right? Like how we point out. I guess I don't know. I'm being cynical, so I'll stop. But
But I
I
think it's interesting because when we do the same when we're grading, right?
yeah,
When
yeah,
you think about it, you're like, "Hey, can you say a little bit more about this?"
yeah,
It's looking for the holes
yeah,
in their work. While we give them credit for the things they do,
yeah.
we are still also looking.
I try really hard. Okay, so my when I'm grading, I try to be as minimal as possible. Like I will focus in on like one, maybe three things tops, and like
Okay.
focus on those things. So like I would if say like a student's really good at in my case like punctuation or something like that, and
Mhm.
then I'll leave that. Like I won't bother too much about like if there's
Oh, okay.
place comma or something like that. I'm like, whatever, I'll just circle it and move on or something like that. But what I really try to do is like focus in on like, okay, this is one thing you've done really well. Like here's a paragraph that you've done really, really well. And
Mhm.
let's build from that, right? And then so you've done this well, and then this needs improvement. And here are some other suggestions, maybe as I'm reading through. I try not to overwhelm them with like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is
Mhm.
wrong. Oh, but you did this pretty good. And then like, here's a 90. And they're like, what?
Mhm.
Yeah. How
I
about a
got
90? What's
feedback last semester that like my from one student on like those evaluations that my feedback was too ambiguous.
okay.
And so I thought that was interesting because I've always tried to, especially at this level, like
Yeah.
university level, I try and ask questions versus highlight things that are completely wrong. So I'll say, "Oh, can you say a little bit more about this?" Or I'm curious about XYZ in
Yeah.
relation to it. And I've never had that feedback before. So it was good, I guess, to get in the sense that it can be ambiguous, but more I'm like, I just want you to dig a little deeper.
I do that too. I try really well. I don't know if I try or if it just happens, but I often ask a question like, okay, so what
Mhm.
does this mean in relation to this or whatever? And then students always come back and like, do you want us to answer this? I'm like, well, it's something to think about. Yeah.
Yeah, or I'll always say, like, I'm asking these questions so that your next assignment, you kind of have an
Yeah.
idea of the depth that I'm expecting, or,
Yeah.
where you might be able to find moments to dig deeper and be a little more critical. But maybe I need to ask the question and then actually state, like, dig a little deeper or
Yeah.
something.
But yeah, but I
It,
think
it's hard.
academics is really about question and answer, right? It's
Yeah.
not so much about how do we like how do we say, like, it's not just here's the answer, right? Like that's not academia. Academia is not about, it's like answers are not exciting in academia, I don't think.
No, like I want to hear you challenge something that's been said, or
Yeah,
offer me your perspective, and then
yeah,
or deconstruct it, I guess, a bit. Like tell me why this matters. Why does developmental theory matter when it's predominantly based in a Eurocentric context, and we're
yeah,
working in non-Eurocentric discourses, like spaces.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so, but anyways, we talk a lot about academia. I have a question for you.
Sure.
You posted this week that you tried yoga.
I did. I actually just finished. I just finished the 40 minutes beginner workout with, or beginner's yoga with Adrian.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. It was. I was doing the 20-minute ones. I was like, okay, like I'm okay. I'll do 20 minutes. And then so the first 20-minute one was good, and then I tried a breathing one on Thursday.
Okay.
And then yesterday I got lazy. I didn't do it. And then today I was like, okay, it's Sunday. Like you're going into the week. Let's uh try the 40-minute one. And man, like I was like short. I was breathing like and I was like, how? I'm just sitting back on the heels of my feet. How is this happening? And then what is it called? Child's pose or something?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, my shoulders are killing me. And then what was the other one? Oh, because I had knee surgery last year,
Yeah.
and so I was really worried, right? Because you have to be on your knees a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
My knee held up. The only thing is because my mat's kind of terrible, so it's like, and it's a hardwood floor, so it hurt, but
Okay.
I I don't know. And then I watched a TED Ed video on like, is yoga actually beneficial? And there's no conclusive studies to say that it is or isn't, right?
Okay.
And but I figured it doesn't matter because if it makes you feel good, then that's enough.
Yeah.
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 And like my good buddy, he's doing the 30-day challenge with yoga.
Okay.
This yoga with Adrian is like, she's
It's
like,
huge. I did it like in May,
oh yeah.
the 30-day challenge.
And how did it go?
I could tell, like, I was able to do push-ups more cleanly and with
Yeah.
greater strength by the end. I could tell I was a bit more flexible, and then I
But
was like, "I succeeded," and then stopped.
but I think it's like the one. Okay, remember like it must have been what 11 years ago now. You took me to hot yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like we went and I got into it and then I just kind of it was like, oh, I'll buy the summer pass. I got like benefits at work, whatever. And then we just kind of stopped. It just kind of fizzled out. But it was good, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember at that time you were telling me like the one thing you have to be careful about is that when you're moving your body like this, it may trigger anxieties or ideas or thoughts or like feelings that you were trying to repress or you didn't know you existed.
Yeah.
Right? And so when I started this, I was getting worried. I was like, oh no, like, is this gonna like, because I'm like, who do I go to? I can't even like go drown my sorrows at the pub. Like, what am I gonna do? So I was like, I was a little anxious about that, but it hasn't happened so far. Maybe because like I don't know. But the other thing too is like what I like about these beginners one is she's not worried about form as much. She's like, just
Mhm.
do what feels like the right thing. And
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, I can do that. Like, because when we went to the hot yoga, it was like your back's not straight enough, your hips are too out of line. You're like, da, da, da. And I was like, it's just like I can't do it. I
There's
can't
too
do it.
many
Like,
thoughts, right? Like, it
yeah,
has to be so precise. With her, she's like, "Just feel it out, and then you'll get there."
yeah, yeah, which I
Yeah.
really like. And so I have to say, like, and I don't know if it's like one of those like placebo effects or whatever, but I do feel better. And
That's
like,
good.
and then I for because we have to deliver gym class somehow online, so I gave them like yoga for teens with Adrian or something.
That's
And
cool.
like a couple of my students were like, "This is good," and I was like, "Yeah, yeah,
It'll be good for your knee too, to just make sure it's strengthened and stuff after your surgery.
yeah." But like, you don't.
But
I
you
don't.
don't really know that you're strengthening the muscles while you're doing it, which is the cool part.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like, you don't realize that that's what's happening, you know.
Yeah.
And then like at one point, I was like, my abs have never been. Yeah, I was like, I'm better sit up straight. But like, but you don't realize like I'm so often in this position, and now,
Yeah.
like, when I do this, it's actually, like, more tense here, but when I sit up, it's, like, a little bit more comfortable,
Yeah.
and it's, like, transformative almost.
Oh my god, 80 minutes and you're a different person.
80 minutes? No, 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 80 minutes. If I was, like, capped out at 40, at the end of 40, I was
No,
just
no,
like,
no, but like you did 2 20s and 140, right?
"Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah.
80-minute total.
Oh, yeah, okay, 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 okay." But
Yeah.
today was the first time she had shavasana at the end of the
Your favorite.
God, I hate that one, man. I hate it. But today it was okay. I don't know. Explain
May
that to me.
maybe this is just what you need right now. I think we tend to just flow in and out of different activities based on what we know, what we
Yeah,
need actually, not what we know, but like
fine.
our bodies kind of know what it needs.
I think so. I think so. But like,
Like, yes, you have to push yourself a little bit, right?
yeah,
Like, so if you're exercising every day, you could be like, I'm lazy. My body knows it doesn't need exercise.
yeah,
But like, when there's that urge, your
yeah,
body knows that it needs something. And right now, there's not very many options, right?
yeah. So it was good. Have you been? I know that you bought an exercise bike.
Yes, I bought a spin bike.
Okay, okay. So what's the difference?
I think it's like I'm not 100% sure. So like, but I think it's the way the position, like the seating and stuff, like so if you think about our parents' bike, you kind of like lean back a bit in your
Right.
pedaling. This is more like if you were riding a road bike indoors.
Like you're going hard at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
So
And
it's been actually really cool. I've only been able to do like 20-minute classes,
really,
but it's really hard, but it's been really fun and I enjoyed just like nice sweat and then you kind of move on with your day.
yeah.
But I realized I didn't do it the last 2 days, but on Thursday I was trying to find the equivalent because I'm using the Peloton app.
Okay,
And so I was trying to find the Peloton because I have a Bowflex bike
okay.
and I was trying to keep up with the people on the Peloton app. So they'd say like resistance 30. So I put it on 30 and then they'd be like cadence, whatever, 90 to 100 or whatever they would say. And I was like, okay, I got to do it. The first day I was like, I'm going to die. Like, this is not possible. Second day I was like, yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Then I Googled it. And apparently the Bowflex resistance and Peloton resistances are different. So like it's nearly half. So like when they say 25 for Bowflex, it's something like 15 or 14 on the oh, sorry, when they say 25 or 30 on Peloton, it's like
50.
12 to 17 on the Bowflex.
Oh,
So I was like doubling everything. I'm like, but then I was like, whatever, it just means I'm that strong. I'm not giving up. So now I'm like determined to use the Peloton resistance on the Bowflex. I'm gonna die pretty quick, but
I
at least it was harder and not easier.
yeah, yeah, but even still, my hat goes off to you, man.
So yeah, it's
That's
been
not
kind of cool.
that's not easy stuff, man. I don't know. I've
Mhm.
never been motivated that way.
So
Oh,
I like it.
yeah, that's
I
good. But
think, oh, go ahead.
you feel good?
Yeah, I feel strong and I feel like I'm getting some energy back. I've been exhausted and I think part of it was I just wasn't doing any
Yeah,
activity.
yeah,
So I was going to say, like, both of us are kind of leaning to more online teaching in the next few weeks at least. And so you've picked up yoga. I got this spin bike in, just something other than work that you can turn
yeah,
to for a bit.
and yeah, and it's like it's interesting because I think we do so much work with our heads that
Hmm.
like we have to worry about our bodies too, and it's strange little things like after yoga I felt like drinking water, like my snack was a plate of celery
Yeah.
and carrots and hummus, like what,
Yeah,
you
that's not
know
normal.
yeah, like I have a bag of munchies just sitting like the family size from Costco, and I'm like, no, I'm not interested. What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's also a good transition from the workday to like chill.
yeah, yeah,
So I did a couple during lunch hour, did one in the morning, but I think I'm going to use it like after the workday
yeah,
as a transition to okay, now you can just hang out.
yeah. I think those like creating those boundaries with online is really really
Mhm.
important.
I've even set it up like my work email and stuff is all muted on my phone after
That's
4:30
good.
p.m. and
That's
on
smart.
weekends.
You can do times?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna you have to send me the instructions for that.
Yeah, so I think it's worth it because then I don't have to even think about turning it off.
Yeah, yeah. I just turned off all notifications because I was like, "Screw it, I don't care."
Do not disturb.
Right on,
Anyways,
right on.
cool.
Oh,
Okay.
man. You good?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we'll talk to
Talk
you
to you
later.
soon. Okay. Love
Okay.
you.
Love you.